Okay, we got my Arctic Cat Polaris. It's got a Polaris engine and an Arctic Cat Snowmobile. Replacing down here on the track these rubber pieces that it runs along so it doesn't wear out the metal piece. We're replacing that because it's worn through right here. So all there is holding this on here, it just slides on there. It's like this is like the metal piece is like an I-beam, and then this just slides over it. So it's like a thing like this that just kind of wraps around it. So there's just one bolt here. It's got a Phillips head on the bottom, and then it's just got a nut on top, and you just got to loosen up the nut. Then you got to get that bolt in there to move up and down. It's not threaded into the metal piece, but they can get stuck in there sometimes. So you kind of got to maybe turn it with a screwdriver on the bottom to get it loosened up, and then once you get that out of there, then you just got to pull it out through the back. Now we're at the back of the snowmobile. I just got I guess it isn't a mud flap, it'd be a snow flap pushed up out of the way. And there you can see that wear skid piece right here. And then it's going to go right between a hole in here. You got to get the track lined up. What you got to do, put the back end up on a jack stand so it's off the ground. So it takes the tension off there so it's not pressing on that thing while you're trying to pull it out. Then what you want to do, take a needle nose vice grips, works real nice. Get in there, grab it, and pull her out. Something that I found works real good for getting those off of there. Take some lubricant spray stuff. This is Tri-Flow. You could use whatever, WD-40, liquid wrench. But just take it, and right here, it'll seep down in it. Just spray some along there. It gets it in there and it lubricates it so it'll slide off easier. Especially up here on the bend, because that's where it's on there, the back. And then you got to take and pull her out. Get the track lined up. Once you got it pulled out part way, and flip your vice grips around. Put her on there good and tight. Get some leverage. And there you go. So this is the piece that comes out of there. It just slides over that. And you can see where it's wore through. Right there before the bend, it really wears on that. It doesn't wear a lot on the other. It wears some in the middle here. You can see when you look at it how it's not even along there no more. So you got to check them, make sure they're not wearing out so you don't wreck where your track runs along there. Okay, there's the old ones. Now I got my new track skids. They're black. Doesn't make any difference what color they are. They're all the same. Doesn't make any difference. They come extra long because they fit lots of different snowmobiles. So you have to cut them to length. So you just got to line up your holes, and this one I'm going to be using top holes so I won't have to cut nothing off the end. So there, I just have to measure it and get them the same length. A trick that the guy at the dealer told us, when you cut these to length, you're not supposed to cut them at a square like that. You're not supposed to cut it at a square like that. You're supposed to make a 45 or something close to it on there, because the track is coming and spinning around here, and this, if you put that 45 in there, it'll actually be quieter. Your snowmobile won't make as much noise. So we got to cut this to 44, and the 44, it needs to be 44 on the top. So I'll mark the top, and then I'll cut it at the angle. Got it in the trusty old vise, got it marked. So we're going to take the good old hacksaw, get it lined up here at about a 45. As you can see, it left it all burred up, so you want to scrape them off of there, use a screwdriver or a knife or something, just get them scraped off of there. I'm going to do it kind of like I did when I took it off. I'm going to spray some charcoal on here so it'll slide on easier. Try to get a little on the inside if you can. But that'll help it go on. And when I'm pushing this on, it's going to go to about here. It'll stop, and then you got to take and pry down on the track so that it can slide up on there. So you're going to take your track skid, put it the right way, and you're going to line it up in the back and you're going to shove it on. Also a good idea, spray a little tri-flow on the end of this. Helps it go easier. Right there, it caught the track. Now, just going to take a screwdriver, push it here, get it wedged in there, go back, shove it up till it hits it, move the screwdriver up farther. Okay, now it's got to the bend, so it's harder. So just take a hammer and real lightly keep tapping it in. Now it's hitting my screwdriver again. Now the track isn't hitting it because it's already rubbing on this, so you can just tap it in. Now if that's skid, you got to get that hammered all the way in there. Don't know whether you can tell or not. But you got to get it all the way in there. So you're going to have to take something like a punch or something, get it in there, and you just got to tap it until that it's all the way forward and it won't go no farther. Then put your bolt back in. Now you can see it's all the way forward. So I'm just going to get my bolt, get it lined up, shove it up in there, then put my nut on it. And now, if you don't have a lock nut on here, you need to get one on there because you don't want that to vibrate loose on you and then that thing will come out. Cause a lot of problems. So make sure you have a lock nut.